Hi, Doug Hasty here, Down to Earth Golf. This video is for people that are new to the game. It's about chipping, and it's what I call my instruction video. It's basically going over the basics of chipping. You really want to get these down because it'll help your game a lot, take away a lot of frustrations, and it'll take your score way down, okay? So make sure you watch this carefully, watch it again if you need to, but get these down. Okay, we're going to take the same grip that we would for a normal shot, okay? So you grip, you can go to the grip video if you want, but normal grip. You might want to choke down the club a little bit. Choking down means here my hand, my top hand, my left hand is at the top of the grip. I want to choke down or slide my left hand down the grip a little bit. Okay? I've got my pitching wedge. You can use a different club if you want. I'd recommend using a pitching wedge, a gap wedge, or a sand wedge right now. Okay? Probably easiest to use. I'm going to use my pitching wedge. All right. Our setup is not like our normal setup at all. It's not like I'm going to hit a big full shot. It's a different shot, it's a different motion, and it's a different setup. I'm going to have my feet very close together. The ball position is going to be the same as I would for a full shot. So for me, that is about 1.5 club heads inside my front foot. Inside my left foot as a right-handed golfer. If you're left-handed, it'd be inside your right foot. Okay? Because my feet are so close together, it kind of looks like the ball is off my back foot. That's fine. Okay? And you can experiment with this a little bit. Don't be locked into one ball position. So I've got my feet close together, and I'm very close to the ball. I'll show you later from behind, and you'll see that. I'm going to put most of my weight on my front foot, probably up to 80% of my weight on my front foot. I'm going to have a straight line from my forward shoulder, my lead shoulder, my left shoulder as a right-handed golfer, down my arm, down the club. That gives me what we call a little bit of shaft lean. So this would be a straight up and down shaft. This would be backward lean. We don't want that hardly ever. A little bit of forward lean. So I'm going to have a little forward lean to this shaft, okay? Because I've got this straight line here. Choke down the club, as I said. Boom, lean forward on that front foot. There's my setup. I'm probably standing a little taller than I would for a normal shot. Just want you to be comfortable. Don't worry too much about it. Okay, but I do want you to be close to it. Okay, so that's the setup. Okay, let's talk about this chipping setup from behind. So I've got that flag there. I'm going to aim at that. So I want this club face to be aiming there. We call it square in golf. All it means is if I drew a line from that hole there to my ball, this club face would be 90 degrees to that line. That's all a square means. Don't make it complicated, okay? These lines in the club face be 90 degrees to a line drawn to my target. That's all it is. Okay, so I'm going to put the club down. Now, if I was going to hit full shot, this would be my setup. My feet would be shoulder width apart. That ball would be that club head and a half inside my front foot. And it'll look like that. Now when I go to chip, as I said, I'm going to put my feet closer together. Ball position is going to stay the same, but you can see how much closer I got. There's a full swing setup. Here's chipping. It's hard to get too close to the ball. Now if you start hitting off the heel or the hosel, call it a shank, sorry to say the word, then yeah, maybe you're standing too close, but I'll tell you what, it's hard to get too close. I'm close to 6 feet tall. I'm less than a foot away from this golf ball. So I'm nice and tall. I'm going to choke down that club. Okay, brush the grass, hit a little chip shot, let it roll to the hole. So get closer to that ball when you chip. It's going to help you out a lot. Okay, let's talk about the motion itself. The motion is one where we don't want to use our wrists and hands. And this is going to be a common theme going forward. I really don't want to use my wrists and hands, especially in the short game, but even in the long game. Because the more I use them, the more I use these small muscles in here, the more I'm going to be inconsistent, the tougher the game becomes. I want to use what we call our big muscles sometimes in golf. So for this, I'm going to use my shoulders and my arms. I'm going to keep my body pretty quiet. I want to keep it pretty steady, quiet, still, whatever word you want to use. I don't want you to be ramrod like a statue or anything, but I want to keep it pretty quiet, okay? I like that word quiet. It just means that I'm not going to move it a lot. And the motion is one where I take my shoulders and arms and do like so. So you can see I'm just turning my shoulders back, turn them through, and hopefully you can see that my wrists aren't doing anything at all. So the angle I've got these wrists, or that shaft lean that I have, that stays exactly the same all the way to a finish. I can even bring it back. Okay? So I'll hit a couple here. So feet close together. Ball position, that club head and a half, even 2 club heads behind the front foot, behind my left foot. Weight forward on my left foot, my front foot. Little shaft lean, shoulders and arms, brush the grass. And notice how I hold my finish. It's important. Try to hold your finish. Get used to doing that. We'll talk about that in the drill section. Feet close together. Club head in half inside my front foot. Weight in the front foot. Close to the ball. Choke down the club a little bit. Boom. There's my setup. Now all I have to do is shoulders and arms. That's a chip shot. Work on that. Get that motion down. Really important. It'll save you so many strokes around the green. Okay? Next video will be on some drills that you can use.